Hello, it's Treasure Joe. And as far as I know, things are going to go really rough for me. So, in the north, we have to immediately act. I don't think I can... I don't think I can risk it anymore. I kept the Aegis there, but the Aegis happens to have just too much resource. I need to, like, move out.
Moving out.
I still have a kobold that moves at 69 meters a second. That's pretty funny. We have a lot going on. Oh. Well, that's temporary. Like, these are all, like, for the taking, but they're temporary, and we don't have a way of creating supply chains. But it might be worthwhile to go back and force ourselves in. It appears we're still building an Indomitable. We should have enough resources, actually. It's just it has to travel. Yeah. I'm going to warp to this force and spawn it. Because we have our ancient base. This thing is pretty ancient. Yeah. So if I go in here, we still have this AI room. We just scrapped 2 more ships. So you know what that means. I'm going to place them here. That should, like, get everything. Obviously, we need to rebuild this, but I need to fend off against white players. Like, if I expect to be attacked at any time, which I very much am expecting. Oh, they're going back. They went back. They actually went back. Anyway, what vehicle is this now? I have to, like, just an Om? You used to have, like, a huge fleet, but now it's, like, reinforcing strength 0. Okay. Anyway, I should be able to just pull all now. It's like we finally got those mainframes actually installed where they should be. And now we're out of resources entirely, which is why we need to break through here. We can break through here. The Aegis is actually carrying a ton of resources. So I'm going to send the Aegis back. Now that they're actually retreating, we have time to respond. Now,
Receiving.
need the Primogener,
Receiving.
Tadpole, Kobold. Since the Kobold has like a speed boost, I might use a Kobold, but that said, protocol has changed. I'm going to use a Tadpole instead. We're going to, like, start the battle on this border, and that should hopefully help a little. So it appears they have a Bifrost, a Pettis, Beluga Elite, and a Bifrost. And an Om. There was an Om somewhere. That was their flagship.
Receiving.
Oh yeah. You can actually back off. Not that that actually matters, because we're going to just try to trounce you. Well, actually, look at that. Look how, like, flat that is. Waters are really calm today. Won't be for long, though. Begin battle. So time to take a quick look. I want to, like, see. I have not seen all of these craft. I want to actually, before, like, this battle starts proper. So is that the Ipetus? Or is this the Ipetus? And I know, like, the Om is, like, I'm pretty certain this is the Om, and this one I actually don't know what it's called. That's the Bifrost. It's Ipetus and the Beluga Elite. So yeah. I actually think I fought the Ipetus before. I'm sure I butchered its name far too many times to count. Everyone's in combat. And we're in degraded mode. Oh, easily. I want to see how well the song's able to stop these missiles. Yep, looks like they don't even get there. Ipedus is taking some significant hits. I think its laser system is disabled. It's not even firing anymore. Now the cool thing is if they lose the ability to move, makes no difference. Oh geez. I did not reload the Primogenitor, did I? Anyway, Bifrost must have been sunk. I mean, hence the sinking message. And the sinking feeling. We've actually taken quite a bit of damage. Ipedus is going in for another fight. Didn't learn from the last time. AI dead. Nice. And the Beluga Elite is still harassing us. We lost an entire turret. We lost one of the main guns. That isn't good. All 4 of our craft are still active though. We'll be able to repair with what the Aegis has. I was hoping to build the Indomitable with it, but it definitely appears as though we might have to deal with the Aegis instead. Anyway, it appears we have finally defeated them. And just before dusk. Okay, so let's check this out. It appears that whatever happened, our one of the primaries has gone up. Surprisingly, the secondaries haven't. I'm going to have to give the Primogenitor some time to reload, which is why I'm not unloading things immediately. And the Beluga Elite in the background. 7:16. I know it's like 7:36 roughly. Yeah. So yeah, when that's over, I'll probably skip to the next battle. Okay, so I dumped off the Aegis's resources and it went from 50 to 75%. That was good. Now, so they have sent a Barracuda against us. Barracudos.
Receiving.
To you. Let's see how this one goes. Here we go. Artifice, do your work. Oh! Laser completely shredding through the armor of the Barracuda. Primogenitor's already going off. Oh, this is... Okay, this is cool. So let's just watch. The song is going to swat these flies. Just watch. So many of them are like AI dead already. Like because they passed overhead. Song doesn't know how to choose aerial targets because it is always going to default to the lowest since it's the torpedo system technically.
Gunnery enabled.
Pause for a moment. There you go, you're fine now. We disabled the Barracuda. And now it's just the grunts we need to deal with. There's still one left. Never mind, they're all 2 damage. Oh! Artifice has having to fight. But this is not a problem for the Artifice. I thought about that beforehand and gave the Artifice shotguns to deal with aircraft. It worked perfectly. So it looks like everything is okay. I need to check the artifice though. Yeah, we're not looking that great for fuel, unfortunately. But we managed to retake our main base once more. So yeah, that's great. So we can now actually put like the song here, and we can start gathering the resources that we've been sleeping on. Do this. Yeah, the water's looking really blue today. I don't know what's going on with that. So I will spawn this song in. In fact, I'll move the song a bit forward because I know where I'm going to have to spawn the thing in. And I want to like play this. It is about time I did something, but in this case, we have no fuel because of Okay, Artifice, you're hogging my fuel. You actually need to keep normal levels of fuel. There you go. I'm going to pull you back out of play, and then I'm going to play you again. That should fix things. So we're very desperate for fuel, and also like, yeah, that doesn't look right, but trust me, we will be able to refuel, don't worry. We are gaining resources in the process of this, and we're not burning fuel as much. We're still burning fuel, but like at an alarming rate, but not like ridiculously like we were when we needed to recharge. Also, Prima Jenner, you also get to play because your guns need to reload, and this is a good time to actually reload them. So, I want to start building up my infrastructure again. So I need to get a fortress. I want an extractor here. I can afford at least 5 of them, which is such a good sign. I'm just going to build one of these. Those take no time. And then I can just say relay module, select view, and turn on. There we go. And then I can just configure that off screen because it's boring. So we have this. Now we have a fuel crisis. So especially now that we have like a fuel guzzling craft like the Artifice flying around, we're going to need to start. We need to like pay attention. We have refinery V1, but and then I have the fueler. But I'm going to go for the fuelie. No, I can't afford one. I'm going to have to build a fueler then, and upgrade later. But fueler goes right here. Like we have like a lot of resources, but we're also like spending them all right here. I need to check. I'm going to have to jump in on the fueler actually and like lower it as low as I possibly can. But like I'm aware like the controls, I don't actually remember where I put them. I don't think it's gotten built. Controller's kind of expensive. So I want to lower you as much as I can. So now I'm going to be configuring stuff. Okay, so we have a problem. We actually have a distinct problem here. We have a large Lightning Hood's force already planning for a fight, And in addition to that, we have Scorpion. We have a Scorpion, somethingus, legally, and a Flash. So we need to deal with these battles in very quick succession. So yeah, we're going to probably be quick about it. Now, we have a Steamworks. I don't know what a Steamworks is. Only that it sounds kind of cool. You're going to engage both targets simultaneously so that they fight each other. Here we go. Artifice has already locked onto a target. It's going to back off a lot. I'm immediately going to take control of the song because I don't trust it.
Moving now.
We are lagging so hard. Yes, this kobold is actually already damaged. And the artifice has taken damage. Okay, I had slightly raised the bar. It's going to run a little bit more smoothly now. Yeah, you're just on DPU. Artifice is keeping a good job, is doing a good job with being artillery. Unfortunately, it's letting the target close in way too much. Wait a second. AI dead? Okay, I was afraid that was the song for a moment. I would have really freaked out. No, that was the Steamworks. So yeah, you're going back into combat. And yeah, just gotta deal with a couple Beluga elites. It seems to be pretty preoccupied with that. And it definitely appears as though we have managed to seriously damage the last two assailants in this side. It looks like the tadpole is being hunted by torpedoes. No, it's not. Managed AI dead one was being absolutely peltered. I can like see how that could happen. Everything is dead. I think we managed to beat them. Literally just this one ship. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? Which one is this? This is perhaps one of the most normal looking Lightning Horde ships I've ever seen. What is it called? The Eclipse. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And we managed to beat the Primogenitor. No biggie though. Primogenitor seems to have dealt with the shields on one side, and that's why it's stripped. There we go, we did it. And of course Song is like lobbing artillery over the hill. That's pretty cool to watch. The Artifice guzzled fuel. So yeah, we're looking at that. Yep, that was the Primogenitor doing No damage. That's a surprise. How is its weapons doing? Only 87. We gotta let that recharge for a bit. Are we still like getting resources? I guess so. I'm going to pull everything then.
Receiving.
We have even more. These guys are going for okay.
Moving
We don't
now.
even have time.
Moving now.
I mean, I will play the Primogenitor just because, but
Receiving.
everything else
Moving
needs to move here. Okay, this is all I can do.
Receiving.
This is all I'm willing to try. We can't let them join in, otherwise we'll be overwhelmed. So, first things first, I want the song to be point blank. I want the kobold to be right there. The Primogenitor will stay where she is, and the tadpole will also stay where it is. I'm going to jump off of the Artifice. The Artifice should do okay as artillery, still. If it targets the aircraft, that's even better, because aircraft are annoying. Here we go. So the Scorpion is already taking some hits from multiple angles. And it appears that we are doing light damage. Point blank. Song, you're going to go.
Gunnery enabled.
You're going to turn off your navigation, even though like you're not in a good position. That's fine. Like, the song does not have the maneuverability for what it's trying to do. So we're going to tell her to stop. Besides, it'll give me slightly better time than if I'm like running away. Primogenitor is still peppering the Scorpion with shots, and the Artifice is still causing blocks to fall slowly and steadily. We've clipped some blocks. And of course, Kobold is finally focused on our new target. Clipping it, knocking off some blocks. See bullets flying past. I will say the Artifice is not quite as good with long-range targets. Well, not quite as good with small long-range targets is what I'm trying to say. It's used to like things like aircraft coming in. Looks like we did a little bit of damage there. There we go. One of the turrets has been knocked off. Good, good. Already leveled up. And direct hit from the Artifice. 2 direct hits. Looks like I actually managed to stop it now. It's a strategic shot. Primogenitor's missiles are now coming in. And we're starting to pelt it with as much fire as possible. We can go back to combat mode. Everyone is stopped. This battle is over. Now we wait for the Primogenitor again. Gotta wait for the reload once more. Okay, slow things down. We can't even afford to reload right now. We need to fight these guys now. And we need to deal with this terawatt. Got a teravolt. This is a terawatt. The terawatt is what I'm worried about. may just be in a position where the series is just about to end. I'm sorry, I just have a very bad feeling about this. I'm going to have this song here. They have everything. Now the only thing I can think of that will like save us is the fact that their ships are spawning where there's land. Like both their so they have a Terravolt and a Tesla. Those aren't actually that dangerous. Orbit and 2 daggers. I know the daggers are like pretty weak. They don't deal much damage, but they take a ton. Orbit, don't know why that is, actually. And then we have a couple of, what are they, Beluga Elites? Or, no, just more daggers, so that's not really anything new. And then a Terravolt, which is spawned in the worst possible conditions. We're just going to have to see how this goes. Yep, Terravolt popped out of water. Oh, you're not what I thought you were. You're not what I thought you were at all. And it looks like the song is out of play. That's not good. I want a whole fight. Meaning everyone spawns in. Yeah, Terravolts. I keep thinking of the Terawatt. I swore there was a Terawatt. But no, it wasn't. And we have an orbit there. Whoa, I want to look at that. That's pretty. By the way, this is kind of trippy looking. Oh geez, if I did thumbnails like that, that would be it. Oh geez, the orbit really does look kind of vaguely like a retro-futuristic rocket. Yeah, it's firing at a target that's not really going to give way. So like I'm still concerned like the tadpole might die, but I think I'm doing alright. It's the Artifice that's actually going to struggle. Because aside from like having like that metal thing, the Artifice actually completely lacks a thing. Can I like pull an Artifice out? Kinda wanna see if I can like retreat the Artifice because it's not in its element. I could try to withdraw it, I guess. I have a feeling that just would give it to them, though. Considering like the other things. Looks like the orbit's actually getting fried. Yep, the orbit's definitely getting fried. And the orbit's dropping bombs. I think they're cool. Nope, they're not glider missiles because we're shooting them. I'm going to tell this song to go and turn off navigation because it's not doing well. Now, if this battle goes on for too long, yeah, anyway, I was thinking of the darts. These are daggers. They look like X-Wings. No, they look like pythons. Oh, that's cool. It looks like having survived that initial damage, my artillery's responding is still going. Shotguns are doing a number on this dagger. But the Artifice is turning its back. But regardless of that, the Artifice seems to be able to keep its guns trained. We have a 2 damaged somewhere in the water. Green lasers emitting from it. It's probably one of the daggers. Or the orbit. Oh geez, the Artifice actually looks like it might have taken AI damage. Oh, get your laser. Oh, that was close. I really like the way this AI is acting. It looks cinematic, like an actual fighter. I'm going to need to take one of these apart because the way it flies is actually kind of cool. It's like it's dogfighting. And I may wind up with a ship like this. Also... Nope, you're turning around. Looks like the stagger finally hit the water. And it's sinking. That's good. Oh geez, this artifice is worse for wear. How bad did we take damage? Only that's 3% damage. 98, 96, 96. And we have a lot of resources to repair with, or a reasonable amount at least. Looks like the artifice is at its sniping range. We're about to run out of fuel. I want to see here what its internals are. I see, the dodge timer is actually broken, so it's not properly dodging around like it would normally. Oh, there we go. 2 damaged and sniped. Of course, the thing flew over the song. First thing I want to do is Artifice. I want you to pull out because you're already like a pain in the butt. And then you want to self-repair. And everything else should already be close to self-repaired. Yep. So I just want to look at the Primogener and make sure that's reloaded. And then we're going to get a fight. Why is the water blood red? Is this a blood moon? That was weird. Yeah, it should not be long before these shells reload. It does look like we took some minor damage to the turret caps. Like the way these were armored, like there's like too much above the turret. I might make a more safe design and use that instead later. But yeah, it does look like everything is going to repair itself. And the song did alright just by existing. That's good. In fact, she barely has any damage of note. Looks like she could have lost one of the turrets but didn't. So I'm happy. So how... They still have this force. The Megawatt, Solaris, and the Flash. But it's also not moving at all. So I'm guessing they're actually like, we can't go through this. I'm fine with that. So we have this village. I'm probably not going to go for. What I'm likely going to do is, I still have the Aegis around, right? I might take her and go and just poke and then draw the force into this block and then go and attack them in like 2 different forces and see how that goes. And the Artifice, since the Artifice is repairing itself, I'm actually going to send the Artifice by its lonesome when it has enough fuel. Like, I'm going to send everything back. This should be fine where it is. It's just this thing needs to be fully fueled. and the song's fuel levels, that's fine. We're ready to make a preemptive strike. It is time. Actually, I think I'm going to call it. Looking at all of this, we now have a megawatt, a Solaris, and a Flash. Solaris is a big deal, I think. I recall it being annoying. And then an Eclipse with a bunch of Volga elites. As soon as that's over, we're going to start attacking the Lightning Hoods. So see you that episode. Bye.